Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I gotta take off this because I'm gonna come back with a dupe video. So give me 1 second to get myself organized and I'll be right back. Hello again, I'm back magically. That was really loud, sorry you guys. Hey, so today I'm gonna do a dupe video. In case you didn't tell by the subject line, I've actually got the Beauty Bay eye base on already. I feel like that's in like 2 or medium or something. Does it have me a color? No, I don't know what shade it is. Not a professional YouTuber. Not a professional makeup artist. Today, though, we're going to compare the original Huda Beauty Naughty Nudes palette. Love this palette. It's got one of those special formulas in one of the shades. It's like, I call it the COVID shade because it looks like a little petri dish thing. Anyway, got that one in there. And then CColor Cosmetics just came out with a new one. This one's called Milky Way. So, Naughty Nudes, Milky Way. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison, shall we? Let's try to compare the color story. Let's see if we can't get a similar look with each eye that if we were going to leave the house, nobody would be like, oh yeah, you've got 2 different eyeshadow companies' palettes on your face. No, we want it to look the same. So let's try. I'm going to scoot you guys in. I'm going to dig out some brushes. We're going to use the same brush on either side. I'm going to either color swatch it with one of these things or the Sigma switch to clean off the brush in between. A combination of both, I'm sure. Let's try to compare the colors. So let me scoot you in. All right, that's close enough, right? Okay, so we're going to do what we normally do. We're gonna do one brand on one side and the other brand on the other. These CColor cosmetic palettes, they're a very good value. And in my experience, most of them do a pretty good job. Sometimes the shades are slightly different. We'll see, we'll see. So this is the palette. They switched to these clear plastic cases. I don't know that I love them. They feel a little chintzy for me, but granted, you're not paying the full Huda price, the full high price, and they do a pretty good job of picking color stories that people actually want to see. So there's your special shade right there. They attempted, let's see, here's the original. They attempted to, wait, hold on. I want to glare you guys here. They attempted to mimic the same formula with both of those, and I'm too close to you guys, sorry. And it looks like they laid them out just about identical. If I look at these, they look very, very similar color story, or colors layout, very similar layout. So I have done a video with the Huda palette before. I'll link it down in the description box if I forget to link it in the cards right now. CColor Cosmetics, I've been using CColor Cosmetics products for a long time. I don't have an affiliate code for either of these brands. Nobody sent me these. I actually bought them. I saw that CColor come out with this and a couple other products, and this I think interested me more than any of the other ones. I have recently decluttered some CColors, but I still have a lot of them too. So if there's a CColor palette that you were interested in, maybe you were doing some online shopping and wanted my take on it, let me know. Maybe I can help you guys with some additional information. And I mentioned that I do have the Beauty Bay eye base on, so let's just grab, I think I'm gonna do the Huda on my wedding ring side. I feel like I'm gonna do something a little bit on the warm side here. I don't wanna go too crazy. We don't need to go crazy, right? I'm gonna start with the lightest tan matte. Lots of kick up on the Huda. No surprises there. No skipping. No issues at all with that formula. It is gliding on. So let's clean the brush. We can't compare the formula, right? I feel like this one is so pale compared to the one in the Huda palette, but maybe we'll be wrong. Okay, so let's grab, I cleaned off the brush. We're gonna grab the corresponding light tan shade, similar amount of kick up, and let's see here. I'm trying to build it up so that it's the same depth. So I had to go in 3 times to get the color, but it looks very smooth on the lid. Seems to be fine. I'm gonna clean my brush off here. I'm gonna go back into, no, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Shade variation just slight. This feels like it's slightly, no, they seem like they're very, very similar. We're gonna leave well enough alone. Let's change colors. I'm gonna grab this kind of taupey nude right here in the middle. And this is my Huda side, sorry. I'm gonna grab that right into the crease. This is probably, out of the Huda palettes I have, this has to be top 3, in case you were wondering what my Huda favorites were. So I was super excited when they duped this because I was like, oh, okay, well. Sometimes that I like the dupes. That was literally one dip into the color and blending it in, and it blended seamlessly into that. Not comparing it, just throwing my notes out there. Sometimes I like to do the dupes for when I travel, so that I just clean my brush off, I'm gonna go into that same taupe shade right here in the middle of the CColor one. These, I don't mind these for travel, and this color story is actually a good one that I can travel with work for. Maybe not a tropical vacation unless I'm going super minimalist, which I could see the benefit of doing that. Maybe if I were traveling somewhere where I was going to be like sightseeing and walking around a lot, like a European vacation, this might be a good one for that. It's not going to be the end of the world if I lose a shade in transit. I just might have to make make sure I do extra stuff to make sure that the palette stays closed. I wouldn't be heartbroken if I lost it. Now, what I think that this palette is good for is not those of us that travel that need duplicates, but it's for somebody who doesn't want to spend all of the money on a Huda palette, but you like the color story. You like the experience without spending the money. Okay, there's a variation in the shades. This one feels a little bit warmer. This one feels a little cooler. It was the same shade. It's shade Rough and Leo on the CColor Cosmetics side. I don't think I mixed them up. I think the CColor one, maybe it's not intended to be a true dupe. Maybe they're just doing inspired by, because the shades are in the exact same place. I don't know. This is the Huda one again. I'm gonna grab this taupey shimmer down here on my wedding ring side. I'm just gonna go all over my lid. I wasn't going to. I'm going all over. Beautiful. The experience of this, I mean, the palette itself is a nice heavy weight. The experience is really pretty. Let's see if we can get the same look on the other side. So that one was shade Please Me. I'm gonna use Martian. I cleaned my finger off. I'm gonna use Martian from the CColor side. It is very smooth, very creamy. Actually packs a huge punch, doesn't it? Wow, that was one swipe with that. And that is so much more vibrant than what I think I got on the Huda side. The color's different. It's a lot warmer, but the consistency is nice. The mattes are nice and blendable. The shimmers are creamy. The formula for CColor, you know, if they were to put it in a nicer packaging, I think people would think it was a more higher end. I'm gonna go back into the Huda side. I like this tone in the Huda palette more though. This is just more what I would prefer. This one is, we got a little extra sparkly with that one. This one, formula wise, color wise, it's more what I would prefer. But this one's pretty. That one is probably the biggest deviation. I think it's unfair to compare these side by side in all, as I'm dealing with it right now. I think it's unfair. Grab a little smaller brush and I'm gonna go into this purple right here. Yeah, this is on the CColor side. I flipped order here. Starting on the side, we're gonna put it on the outside. Need to go into some more. Yeah, I think if I were just to use this palette without trying to compare it to the Huda one, I'd be very pleased. When I compare the two, I can't get over thinking about the experience. That's one part. I just did that weird voice inflection thing. And the other thing is, the colors are a little bit off. Going into this one on the Huda side, this one's called, the shade is called Untamed. And on the CColor side, it's called Dwarf. I'm guessing because of the Milky Way, they don't mean the candy bar, they mean like the sky Milky Way. Wow, that shade on the Huda side, so rich compared. Wow, you can't really compare them. Tantric right here. This is like a champagne color. We're gonna pop that right there. And then clean out the brush and go back up to the CColor side, and we're grabbing Moon Power. This one right here. This one seems definitely more gold in the pan, and it is more gold on the eye. Very, very bright shimmers. I'm trying to blend it out a little bit. It's not really working. Let me try this. Very, very bold shimmers. They pack a punch. This one just feels more cool toned. This one is more warm toned. I'm sensing that as a continued theme here. Let's grab one more shade. We'll grab, let's grab this brown, this dark brown right here. And you know what, I'm gonna drag a little bit of it up above too. Yeah, definitely a warm shade, and it had a hard time building that one up. Okay, cleaning off the brush, let's grab it on the Huda side. That's this one right here, and it's called Naughty. The one on the Milky Way CColor Cosmetics was called Capricorn. So let's try Naughty down here. Oh yeah, ridiculously more pigmented. Wow. All right, this is like the cashmere sweater. This is like the polyester sweater. Sorry. I know I wasn't meant to compare the quality. It's hard not to. It's really hard not to. I suck at these videos, you guys. Let's put some mascara on and we'll give it a final look-see. All right, you guys, there's my final comparison between the two. I think when I looked at it in the mirror, it didn't look as different. But or at least when I looked at it when I was putting a mascara on. But when I look at it in the mirror, this one definitely has a lot more of a golder warm shift to me than this one is a lot more cooler. I guess if that's the splitting hairs thing, do I think that the CColor Cosmetics is a good value? Absolutely, for the price. This is a cute palette. You know what? I mean, if you need a neutral palette, if you wanted Naughty Nudes and were interested but didn't want to spend the money for it, then yeah, you can get a similar look. Don't expect the same quality. They didn't dupe the quality. The tone is slightly cooler, I think, on the Huda side. The palette is substantially more solid, heavier. You can't compare that experience. The color story, if this was interesting to you and you just couldn't justify it, sure, Sure, for a sixth of the price or whatever it is, do that one's fine. It's fine. Did they do a good job matching up? Maybe not with the shades that I tried. Close, but maybe they're considering it inspired by it, not necessarily dupe. Hey, let's look at this crazy shade here because I've never actually used it. I'm just gonna grab this gel with the suspended pigments. Sorry, I was watching some other stuff earlier, and I'm trying it on that finger right there. It's comes across as like a blush color. Is it supposed to be a blush? Let me clean off my finger here. Let me go into the CColor Cosmetics side and see what that looks like on this one, because it's the same weird. Oh, what just happened? It's like those little pods burst. Okay, so that's where I swatched the first one. Oh, yeah, that's maybe a lipstick shade or a blush. That was the weirdest experience. That's what it looks like now. It's like I popped those little color pods. That's gonna be a pass for me, dog. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I don't know if this was even remotely interesting to you. It seems like you guys like the dupe videos, so I'll keep doing that. Yeah, maybe not the most spot on color, but typical CColor Cosmetics quality in my opinion. A little bit of kick up. Colors actually perform well. They're true to color. You might have to build them up a little bit. I'm not upset with the CColor formula, frankly. Don't give it to somebody and then say, oh, that's a Huda palette, because it's not. You'll be able to know. All right, you guys, I hope this was slightly minuscule amount of interesting for you. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me, did you pick up the original Huda? Did you pick up this? Were you interested in the CColor dupe instead? Let me know. Let me know your guys' thoughts. All right, you guys, until my next video. Bye for now.